Today on the channel, The Terror, it's Toonie with the NECA Toonie Terrors, Art the Clown, and Elvira.
Kyle steps up, he's on with the mic, a warrior's heart, ready to strike, revealing heroes from every dimension, each piece of story, a bold intention. Dude's got no charm, just plastic and strife. This isn't a game, it's Kyle's real life. He tears them apart with a fire so bright, every review a battle, every take a fight. See you later, goodbye, what are we doing? In this plastic prison, searching for freedom, cutting through the lies.
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another NECA Toonie Terrors unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got two all-timers, an old favorite and a new horror icon with Art the Clown from, of course, Terrifier, and the hostess with the mostest, next to Rhonda Shear maybe, we got Elvira from the Toonie Terrors line. But of course, for all your Toonie Terror needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. It's a ladies' first channel, so we're going to dance over to Elvira. One Cassandra Peterson, of course, Aunt Elvira, but I don't want to think of her as an aunt, that's for sure. I'm a big Elvira fan, more of an Elvira fan as I got older than when I was a kid. To me, it was kind of hokey as a kid, obviously not knowing her full appeal as a little boy, maybe. But all these years later, I'm all in on Elvira. Unfortunately, she's gotten a little bit older. Could we get a new Elvira? Could there be the new Elvira? I don't know if that would work out, though. You know, that usually doesn't happen. But Elvira brought us a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of movies, and a lot of good times, and a lot of action figures, as we've unboxed quite a few over the years here on the channel. But now we got another one, this time in the Toonie Terrors, and she did have another one in the Toonie Terrors line where she's like laying on a couch. Maybe I'll get that one day. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll choose my own Elvira adventure. But it is Toonie Terrors. This one been out a while. Finally picked it up on discount. Got to get a deal. You know how that goes. Elvira down low. Of course, Elvira, Toonie Terrors. There's her red couch. Dare I say a casting couch? That's a couch I'd like to be on. Looking good with the candelabra in the back. Looking very nice. But let's pull her out. Let's whip it out for Elvira. How about Elvira? 40 years, too, as part of the 40-year celebration. See you later. Goodbye. See you later, goodbye. And I bet you we got a twist tie. Yep, we got those black twist ties. Extra dangerous. Looking good, but she is locked up around the waist. I think that is it. Looks to be the case. And see you later, goodbye. And Elvira is coming out in more ways than one, as we know, of course. But Elvira looking interesting. It is very cartoony. It is a Toonie Terror. Makes a lot of sense. It's a nice depiction of Elvira in a cartoony look. Got the big hair going on, the big, black, beautiful hair. And speaking of big and beautiful, looking good in the chest department. That's a hallmark of Elvira, as we do know. Got that little dagger down low. You have to have that part of the scene. And then you got the long, flowing dress down here in black. And I do like that it has like the frayed out edges on the end of the dress, because that will help it stand, as we can see here. Without that, she'd probably tip over, as we know. But it does look good, and it does make it really feel almost like a candle topper, or a cake topper, I should say, because it's not a lot of action figure on this one. Now, you do get arms that move up and down on both of them. Head a little bit of side to side, but you're limited by the hair. So really, really walking that line between statue and action figure here. But it does look good. My least favorite thing, and what really takes me out of it a little bit, is the eyes. She's got kind of a surprised look to her, but very alien-like, glossy, bright blue eyes, which look nice, but a little bit wild on those eyes. I think they could have dialed that back just a little bit, but it is going for a more toony aesthetic, so I understand it at the same time. But an interesting looking Elvira. Perfect for Halloween decorations. That's where these Toonie Terrors really shine for me. You put them on the mantle above the fireplace. Come the spooky season, and that's what we're going to do with Elvira as well. But now we're turning it over to something extra terrifying. Dare I say Terrifier with Art the Clown. Hitting stores right now. This is a brand new one. Probably the newest Toonie Terror at this point. And I actually just watched Terrifier 3 the other night. Terrifier 1 was really good. Terrifier 2 lost a little bit. Terrifier 3 lost a little bit for me. This is my personal opinion here. I would not be shocked. I know the creators said, oh, we're not going to make a bunch of movies, but I'm sure one day we'll be talking about Terrifier 10. It'll be like Hellraiser. It'll be like Michael Myers, Friday the 13th, anything else. They milk the horror icons. We know how it goes, and they'll do this too. I wouldn't be shocked to see a prequel in the future where they give you the whole backstory and everything. We'll see where it goes. But a very cool one here, of course, the latest horror icon. And we haven't had a lot of horror icons. Really, the 80s were the key. And I guess you go back to the Universal Monsters as well. But it's cool to get something modern day like this for the next generation, I guess is what we'll call it. But Toonie Terrors packaging, once again, Art the Clown, Toonie Terrors, Damien Leone's Terrifier, NECA, and then you got the background with the little door and stuff. Don't go in the door. That's what I would say. I'd recommend not going in there if I was you. Packaging, see you later, and I guess see you later as well. Got him locked up in the old plastic prison. We got one twist tie. That's all it takes to hold back Art the Clown. And I had a nice lunch once upon a time with David Howard Thornton, I believe the man that plays this. I was at whatever that con was, that Spooky Con or something like that in Chicago a year or 2 years ago. What is time? A year and a half ago. Is when I hung out with Ace Frehley and Jeff George, good friend of the channel as well. And I had lunch with him, sitting at the table in the VIP room or whatever it was. So that was kind of cool. Definitely does not remind you of Art the Clown in person. Obviously, the full getup definitely does. But see you later. Goodbye. Now we got Art's little horn here, so he can do the sound of fun. As we know, the sound of fun, everybody loves that horn sound. You do have this, and this is a cool accessory. You can use it with your Ninja Turtles, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe. This is something Duke would have around the pit. You know, it's all serious, and he's honking his horn all the time. That no good Duke. We all know how bad he is, but we do get the horn there as the accessory. Besides that, we got Art the Clown. Love it. Todd McFarlane on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Todd, he's got the side eye. You love the side eye. Got that side eye off to the side. Really gives the creepy factor to the next level. Got that little hat up there. How does he keep that thing on there? How does he keep that thing on there? Got the face mask, or I guess the mask over the ears and the hair. And then you got the painted clown face. Got those demented teeth and then the black highlights, the black dot on the nose. Very crazy, very scary is Art the Clown when he gets down to no good, as we know. Full-on clown costume here. He's the black and white clown. Like a young Michael Jackson is what he's playing. He's got the gloved hands, got the wild stage hands going on, articulation, arms all the way around, head back, forth, side to side, up and down, plenty of movement there. And then the ankles. You get a little bit of side to side, back and forth on the ankles. Looks like he's sneaking through the house or something. He's just tiptoeing, maybe through the tulips like a young Tiny Tim. Who knows what he's up to? But he does look good. Is he going to be able to hold this horn? I think he should be able to, kind of. I don't know what the best way to do it is, but we'll get it figured out for some glamour shots, I am sure. But he can hold the horn in his hand. And yes, he does have side to side on the hands as well. So it's a little bit more articulation. Not going to be easy to stand. Now, we've seen some of these Toonie Terrors come with stands before. Was it Dracula, I think, that came with one? It would be nice if they all came with one, but there you go. You got to really lean him on there and really get him right. But if the wind blows anywhere, he's falling over. So we're going to do the old ringside collectible stand test on him. And what do you know? Art's fitting on a stand. I think that's the way to go with that. Use the Mattel stands for him. Keep him a little bit because you know he's going to fall over in your collection without this stand. So you got to have him on there. But Art the Clown looking good. Elvira looking good. Art is the better figure of the two. I get lost in Elvira's eyes more ways than one, and maybe other parts too, but just missing a little bit on the Elvira. But once again, I don't take this line as serious as I would an Ultimate Edition. And speaking of Ultimate Editions, can we get an Elvira Ultimate? None of that cloth doll figures we've had and we've unboxed on the channel, but I want a full-on Elvira Ultimate Edition. I think that would be amazing. Now, we got two Art the Clowns, one Walmart exclusive, one regular coming very, very soon. Check out those reviews when the time does come on the channel. But there it is, Toonie Terrors, Art the Clown, Elvira. What's your thoughts on these two? Worth the pickup? Long game? No game? Hard pass game? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, on YouTube channel memberships and Patreon. You can even be a free member if that is your thing as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast with my wife, Angie, who's been compared to Elvira a time or two over there. And so the Kyle Peterson Show every Tuesday where our podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for Art the Clown and Elvira, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?